It's funny, my son, I remember when he came home from first grade, he comes in, he says, Dad, I need to talk to you in the office. And I said, in the office? He said, yes, this is a serious matter. So we go in there and he shuts the door and he sits down and he looks at me and he says, Dad, I'm done with the first grade. I said, you're done? It's the first day. He said, I'm done. I said, what's the problem? He says, Dad, it's all about hard work. Work, 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 work. There's no time to talk. We've got our recess cut in half. I need to find another game plan. And then I found myself doing what my dad did. You want to know about hard work, son? You know, I said, I didn't have a nice LCD screen in the back of my seat driving me to school. My mom and dad drove me to school, and we didn't have seat belts in the car. They were smoking cigarettes with the windows rolled up the entire time there. And I didn't have a happy greeter clapping on the corner when I got out of the car welcoming to a great day of school. My parents parked a block away and said, run in and don't stop, you might get kidnapped. So that's how I did it. And I ran in that school with no AC, with windows and only half of them open, and asbestos and all that good stuff. And I said, that's hard work having to deal with that. And my son looked at me and he goes, I don't know why you would put up with that. He's like, you just don't get it. These kids do not come out of the womb anymore and attached to an umbilical cord. They come out USB 3.0 ready to go. You could be teaching kindergarten, and if you can't figure out technology on your PowerPoint, that little 6-year-old will say, get out of my way, and they'll do it for you. Because they have no patience for people that are not fast and efficient. This generation is awesome in everything that they've done. Here's another thing that you need to understand in the engagement process, is that we only hear 7% of the words that the teacher or that I'm saying right now. You only pick up on 7% of my words, that is it. 38% is you're listening to my tone of voice. Which is when I said draw triangles, each person needs to draw one side of a triangle to make it complete. In that little statement, I put emphasis on a word, knowing that you would only hear 38% of that. That would override the fact that I said draw triangles, plural. Because 38% is that child's listening to your tone of voice. How much excitement, how much enthusiasm, how much energy you put into what you're saying is how much they believe in what you're saying. So if I say, class, I'm really excited about this school year. This is one of the greatest years we're going to have. I'm tickled to death. I couldn't wait to get here. They're like, this teacher's on crack. I don't get it. I'm not feeling it. But if I say, I'm excited, this is the best, they're going to be like, whoa, it's too early in the school year. But they're going to get the message. Here's the other kicker. You listen to 55% 2 minutes of the class period of the first body rapport. Too many times we see an observation. The teachers, and I understand it, we got a lot to teach, they got to get through things, and they got big classes. So they walk in, and they say, okay, class, go at your work, let's get started. That's the opportunity for you right there, to take 2 minutes to gain rapport with that child. Get them talking. I want to warm them up to that 80%. And then here's what I'm doing as the educator. We might be talking about a concert, we might be talking about a game, we might be talking about something that has nothing to do with school, but at that moment when I start my lesson, I can now make a connection to what I'm about to teach, to what it is that we just talked about. Then that kid realizes that maybe this teacher has something that's important for me to learn and understand. It's all about making the connections. Balancing technology. Technology is awesome. It is one of the greatest things that has happened in the learning in this century. But at the same time, it is also very detrimental to growth and development. It's robbed kids of creativity. It's made it so kids don't have to think anymore. Think of this. Use the technology as supporting material for you on that 55%. Yes, they should have polling devices, and yes, they should have smart boards, but use it, and you still have to get up in front of your group, change up your classroom, and make it exciting. You should have multiple teaching stations within your room. I might stand here and say, class, all right, here's what we're going to do. Here's how you're going to do it. Let me ask you questions. And we get talking. And then I might say, okay, now, I want you to get out of your seats and sit down on the floor, and I want you to write a couple things. And then I might say, okay, now I want to all meet over here in the corner, and let's debrief. And then I might race them back and say, now get in your seats, and I might stand here. And then I might say, hey, you know what, I want you to turn around and look at the back wall, and let's watch this video. I'm constantly creating movement. Change is good in the classroom. You have to change it up. Change up your seating assignments once a week. Don't let them get comfortable where they're at. And here's the other thing. I truly believe that a child shows up the first day of school motivated and excited to be there. They are sitting there thinking, I hope this is my school year. When they show up to your class, they're looking at you in that first minute and saying, I hope this is the teacher that takes me to the next level. And within 3 seconds, that child will make an assessment. Whether you're going to motivate them to a higher level, or you're going to either demotivate them to a possibility of disengagement, discouragement. I think more importantly than teaching to curriculum or teaching to a test, your job as an educator is to do nothing more to build their self-esteem. When a child has self-esteem intact, you open the doors to opportunities and learning. They can take things like calculus